Hi guys, welcome to Mother Moon Tarot. This is going to be the July reading for Cancer. So first of all guys, happy birthday Cancers. It is your season. I would just like to say a big apology for not having your reading out sooner. Yourselves, Gemini and Aries, the readings got delayed. Because Mercury retrograde has been kicking my ass and I had delays with my travel arrangements coming back, so from a few days away. So with that said, apologies. This is going to be your rest of July reading. So a few things before we get into the cards. There have been two eclipses. There's been one. We're getting another one now on the 16th or 17th of July. So the one on the 16th and 17th is going to be in Capricorn. The one we had was in the sign of Cancer. So it was new moon in Cancer. Yeah, new moon in Cancer. So two eclipses in 1 month, rare enough. The fact that we had the first set of these eclipses this year in January, and now we have these ones again in July, 6 months on. It's almost like the energies it's like a reshuffle. Okay, so it's basically like we had two eclipses in January and we have two eclipses now, so it's almost like a mirroring effect. So you may have had especially water signs, so Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio, may have found that there was a few kind of shake-ups in that in January, of things kind of shifting out and new kind of things kind of coming in, or some major kind of shake-ups. That is now kind of happening again, so it's almost like a mirroring effect. So basically the eclipses are the here to kind of like shake things up, sift everything out, and kind of, it's almost like an earthquake kind of effect. It kind of shakes everything up and kind of then starts to kind of realign things, so that kind of then you can kind of move forward. So that, coupled with the fact that it's Cancer season, and Cancer season is all about home, family, friends, the bonds that we have, the home environment we have, that kind of home and family kind of nurturing kind of feeling. It's also then about nurturing the self. There is a focus on realigning or kind of centering your kind of goals, reorientating your goals a bit. And there's also then a shedding of old insecurities. So along with that Cancer kind of energy, from that's Cancer season's energy, along with the mirroring double eclipse that we've got, plus then we've got 5 or 6 planets in retrograde, one of them being Mercury. Mercury is very much there to kind of teach us lessons, with holdbacks, setbacks, things kind of going not to plan, issues with, communication, with traveling, with moving, and that sort of thing. So there's lots of those kind of energy. So those 3 things coupled with each other, it's almost like one big cosmic universal kind of shift and shake up of energies, where there's I'm definitely seeing within all the readings that I've done for the zodiac signs, is that there's a massive theme, because of all of these things going on, and because of this massive kind of cosmic kind of shift almost, that there is a massive theme of the shedding of the old. So bringing a lot of old things up to the surface, old wounds, old people, old situations, old burdens, old patterns, everything, really making us sift through all of that, purge it all, and then get rid of it once and for all, to kind of make way for kind of the new kind of energies, new kind of clearer kind of ways of thinking, clearer goals, clearer orientation, smarter ways of doing things. But basically it's making way for the new. So out with the old and in with the new, very much a theme of this month. So with all that being said, let's get into the cards and see what July has in store for Cancers. Also guys, Mercury retrograde with me all the time always makes me kind of stumble over my words. So if I do and I babble and I gobble, please apologies, okay? So let's have a little look. So what can Cancer expect in July, please? Okay, nope, 2 cards. Am I taking them? No. Okay. What can Cancer expect in July, please? What can Cancer expect in July? What's Cancer need to know for July? Okay. One more card, please. What does Cancer need to know for July, please? What does Cancer need to know for July? What does Cancer need to know for July? Oh, okay. those two. Okay, so let's have a little look. So as always, guys, you don't need to wait for me. I always like to take a few minutes just to kind of look at the cards and put together the messages for you guys. So just give me a moment or two to do that. You can skip ahead to the start of the reading if you want to. You don't have to wait for me. So let's have a little look. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so underlying energy, you have the 8 of Cups and the 5 of Cups. So you are definitely walking away for something that emotionally didn't serve you in the past, okay? So there was a grievance, okay? So you, if you have a look here with the 5 of Cups, there are 3 spilled cups, 2 that are still standing behind him, but he doesn't realize that. He's grieving and kind of crying over these kind of spilled cups here, okay? So something happened in terms of hurting your emotions, your feelings. It was almost like a grievance. This could be a breakup, it could be a bond that was broken, a friendship that went wrong, just your feelings and emotions about a certain situation, however it resonates for you. And it's not going to resonate for everyone because this is a general reading. But however this resonates for you, you know, whatever situation this was for you, there was something where emotions and feelings got hurt, okay? And you were kind of grieving over those, or spending time dwelling on that. You're not realizing that this 2 of Cups is here behind you and that you still have this. However, this energy is shifting out, okay? Because you're walking away from something that, you know, doesn't serve you emotionally anymore, okay? So there's a walking away from that, and that's a really wonderful energy to have almost in your underlying, because it's like I was saying, what to do with all those eclipses, the Mercury retrograde and the season of Cancer, you know, with all of those kind of culmination of like shifting old things out. This is a wonderful energy to be having in your underlying, because it shows you that those energies are working underneath to kind of push that kind of those old things out for you. So it's wonderful energy, okay? So yeah, shifting out of old kind of energies that don't serve you emotionally in terms of your emotions and your feelings. In terms of old, it could be to do with old relationships as well. That may be, you know, friends, family, colleagues, a love relationship as well. So things that weren't emotionally fulfilling for you, it's starting to shift that out, which is great actually. Now the other card then you had underneath, actually no, I'm going to take these two as well. Underneath, sorry, those are your underlying energies from the bottom of the deck. The cards that were underneath that, then I'm going to take them because actually it's a continuation of a story here. You're coming into a King of Cups energy, so you're shedding that old kind of those old ways of emotions and feelings that were to do with a situation. You're shifting those out and you're making way for this new kind of King energy, King of Cups energy, where you're strong in your emotions and your feelings about certain situations. You don't let people walk all over you kind of situations, okay? You're not letting people take advantage of your emotions and your feelings anymore. You're staying strong in your King kind of throne energy, whereby you're now in control of your emotions and your feelings, which is a really lovely energy to be having. But you're still being, you're still allowing yourself to be vulnerable and, vulnerable and soft with your emotions and your feelings, okay? You're not kind of closing up like a hard stone or a hard shell. You're simply owning your own kind of emotions and feelings, honoring them, and still allowing yourself to be soft and vulnerable at the same time, but being a lot more kind of in control of them. Because the reason I say that is because you've got the Fool here, and that's always about taking a leap of faith, okay? So taking a leap of faith when it comes to, love, relationships, emotions and feelings, you're still allowing yourself to be that kind of vulnerable kind of person, but you're a lot more aware, you're a lot more kind of like mature in your emotions and your feelings. Now, the reason I say that you're a lot more mature is because yes, you have the King of Cups here in your underlying energy. However, the reading starts off, the main reading starts off with the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups can be a little bit of like a mature energy, being a page, okay? The core card starts with a page, then it goes to a knight, and then obviously a king or queen. Now, so I feel like these two are connected, okay? It's like almost like at the start of the month, you still have that kind of Page of Cups energy. So it's a little bit immature. You're still kind of trying to find your feet with how you feel about certain things, certain relationships, your emotions and your feelings about certain things. And you're maybe kind of, still in that kind of energy of doing things the old way, the way that you used to do them, okay? But like I said, your underlying energy then is this kind of shedding of that old kind of way of that old situations emotionally that weren't fulfilling you, or that old way of approaching situations to do with your emotions and your feelings that were not serving you anymore. So you're kind of casting out that old kind of immature kind of energy, and calling in this new King of Cups energy towards the end, or so through the process of the month. So you're going from the Page of Cups to the King of Cups. That's sort of that's the energy and the intuitive kind of reading that I'm getting from this. Okay, so I like that for you. I really think it's a wonderful kind of mature kind of, it's a maturing of the self. So it's also, it's nurturing yourself, which goes along with Cancer season. It's also to do with, like shedding old insecurities and things that serve you, and then, building yourself up and kind of realigning your goals in the way that you do things for the future. So, it's very much in keeping with the kind of seasonal kind of the season of the eclipses that we've got kind of coming up here. Okay. Now, that is for some of you. For others of you, this could be an offer that's coming in to do with emotions and feelings. Could be love, could be partnerships, could be to do with family, friends, colleagues, or a passionate, a passionate kind of endeavor or a project in that as well, because it is, cups are to do with passion. So this could be an offer for some of you coming in. Now, I with Mercury retrograde and the eclipses and that, I would just be kind of a little bit kind of cautious, because, it is a page energy. It's not a knight or a king, or a major arcana. It is very much a kind of, like I said, a young kind of energy. Now, that could be young as in a person. There could be a younger person here. They could be the person making an offer to you could be a younger person. It could also mean that it is a slightly immature kind of offer where they, they haven't thought it out 100% yet. Whatever it is for you, that is coming in for you. So there is that opportunity there as well, but just be a little bit mindful. Now, that's not to say that it's not a good offer. It just might be that it is a offer that might need to kind of grow or mature slowly or over time. Okay. So yeah, I like it. You're going from the page to the king as well. Okay. So that was your first card. The second card coming out is the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands for me as a reader is very much a life path card, okay? You can see there are 4 wands, so 1, 1, 1, 1, okay? It is, dressed with this garland. There are people celebrating inside, and it is very much a card of abundance, wealth, security, and also, like I said, the life path number, it is a gateway, because you're going through this gateway, and it is 1111. Okay, so very much a strong abundance, walking through the gates of towards a new path for you. So I feel like definitely it coming out with the Page of Cups here beforehand, and having the King of Cups here, I very much feel like, it is like you're walking from that page energy of the way that you used to handle things to do with your emotions and your feelings and love, that you're kind of walking through towards a new pathway, a new, to a new phase of your life, and becoming this kind of King of Cups where you're a lot more in control of your emotions and your feelings about certain things. Also, I do feel like, if if it is to do with yourself. If this is to do with a situation or another person coming in with an offer for you, I feel like, yes, it may start out, with a slightly kind of immature kind of offer, or a very kind of like it could be a new person coming in, and that leads then to a very kind of strong and a very kind of strong emotionally fulfilling kind of relationship later on, once you kind of move through this kind of gateway. It leads from the page to the king there. So I kind of really like that energy. This is a very important card here. It's a very abundant card for you. So it is a lovely energy. Now, saying that, you might feel a little bit suspicious about this month, okay? You might be doubting yourself, you might be doubting the connection. Like I said, if this situation with the page and the king is to do with a person, you could be doubting that offer. If this is to do with yourself, and you're kind of, you're moving from the page to the king in, within yourself, you could be doubting your own kind of, your own intuition, or your own kind of like thoughts, or your own process almost a little bit. And I say that because you've got the Page of Swords here. And the Page of Swords is what I see is the way it's laid out here would be that the Page of Swords is here. So you can see swords is all to do with logic, logic, thoughts, convicted clarity, that sort of thing. So you can see like you can see that sword is pointing towards the direction of the future, and this person here is looking back towards this 1111 card, or this Four of Wands. Okay, now to me, the intuitive reading that I'm getting from this is that you might be feeling a little bit apprehensive about moving from this page to this king, whether it be within yourself, or whether this be with regards to a situation with a person. You're kind of doubting the connection, you're doubting your thoughts on whether or not this is going to bring you happiness, abundance, and joy, and whether this is going to lead you down the right path in your life. Okay, so you're doubting that a little bit, because you can see he's looking over and kind of looking into the past and kind of going, okay, is this actually going to give me the happiness, or am I okay to kind of move ahead here with this kind of thought, this grounded kind of thoughts and logic, on knowing that this is going to bring you happiness. Okay, so you're kind of a little bit you're doubting you're doubting yourself a little bit this month, and that's going to happen, with the Mercury retrograde happening, with the eclipses happening, and then also, Cancer season being a lot to do with shedding old insecurities and, realigning your goals. So it's very much in keeping with the theme. What I would say is just be mindful of that. Don't overanalyze your thoughts, because you will end up getting stuck in this page energy. Okay, and the reason I say that is because, yes, you're doubting a little bit, but you're wanting to move forward with this conviction. One part of you is saying that the next card you had out then was the King of Swords. So one part of you is saying, no, I know it's going to bring me happiness. I know that I'm going to go through this gateway to the new phase. I know that this person is going to move from the page to the king, or I know I'm going to be able to emotionally move from doing things the old page way to, being a lot more in control of my emotions in the king way. I know I can do that. You can see this guy is strong and stable. He's almost sitting there with conviction, with his sword of knowing almost. So it's almost like you're kind of torn between that kind of energy of having conviction with your thoughts, and then over analyzing and getting stuck in your thoughts. Okay, you can see like the Nine of Swords there is like, it's up like sleepless nights, over analyzing your thoughts, your feelings, or no, sorry, not your thoughts and feelings, your thoughts and your logic on certain situations. So you're kind of going between these two energies of, no, I know what I want, and oh no, I don't really know what I want. No, I can go this way, and that's an absolute certain that this person, wants to come in with this offer. Oh no, this person's never coming with this offer. There's no point, and all these things kind of happened to me before, and all these kind of relationships didn't work out before, and so this person isn't going to come in. Why would they want to bother? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all those kind of over analyzing kind of questions keeping you up at night. So there's definitely a need for you this month to be careful of over analyzing your feelings, your thoughts and your logic with the swords, but also your emotions and your feelings. Okay, because you don't want to go back to this energy where you're kind of like, crying over this kind of these spilled cups here. Okay, because your underlying energy is that you're walking away from that. Okay, so the energies of the month are helping you to do that, so allow them to do so, and allow yourself to get rid of this kind of Nine of Swords energy, and allow yourself to get rid of the anxiety and the worry, and allow yourself to feel the conviction of, yes, I know that this is going to work out. I know that I'm supposed to walk through this gateway and have this abundance, this happiness, this happy ever after kind of card with a celebration, and these two people here, they could even be kind of getting married, they're celebrating a union, so I know that these things are going to happen for me. I'm not going to let myself run away with my thoughts. Okay, and the reason that I say that is because the final two cards that you have out are these two popped out together. Okay, I have to just make a point of that. The Ten of Pentacles, abundance, completion of a cycle, happiness, the core foundations in life, celebration, abundance, family celebrating. Now you can see they're celebrating there. Okay, there's such an abundance of pentacles, so finances, home environment, family, friends, your core essentials in life. Like I said, your home environment, your finances, your family, your friends, the things that make you happy in life, in terms of your foundations, like I said. So that abundance is there for the taking for you, and by the end of the month, that is the energies that are coming towards you. And the reason that is because the world is here. Okay, so it's the snake that eats itself. Okay, you can see that circle there, the world. Okay, so it's going round and round. So, and this is all kind of the earth signs. Okay, well, earth kind of energy, so it's very grounding. Okay, it's very grounding kind of energy, and it's almost like something is coming full circle for you. Okay, so where you may have not felt stable, where you may have not felt emotionally, so where you may not have felt stable in your your core foundations in life, where you may not have felt emotionally fulfilled in your life, where you may not have felt clear and concise in your thoughts and your logic, all of that kind of turbulent kind of energy, if I can just kind of pick up these. Okay, all of that kind of turbulent, uncertain and kind of young, kind of immature kind of energy, with all of those things, is shifting out this month. Okay, all of that is shifting out, and it's making way for the new, for the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this World card is coming for full circle. You're shifting out the old ways of doing things, and you're bringing in the new. It's coming in, completing the cycle, feeling abundant, feeling grounded, feeling happiness in and joy and fulfillment, with this 10 of Pentacles, being clear and concise with your thoughts and your logic. Okay, and coming into this kind of king kind of energy, king of cups kind of energy, with your feeling in control of your emotions and your feelings. Okay, and still keeping being a little bit vulnerable and soft in your feelings as well. Okay, so not being closed off completely, like this kind of king of swords can be, or sorry, queen of swords can be sometimes. Okay, and not letting yourself run away with your kind of overanalyzing of thoughts, because like I said, you're coming into this 10 of Cups kind of energy, and it's coming full circle, and you will then be able to walk through this gateway. Okay, so walking through this gateway basically is allowing you to kind of shift out the old, kind of more immature kind of energies, or the way that you may have done things previously, and it's allowing you to then step through this gateway to this new path where things are a lot more balanced emotionally, a lot more in control, a lot more clear, and a lot more grounded for you, and that leads you then to the 10 of Pentacles, which is kind of abundance and happiness. Okay, so it's a really, really beautiful kind of energy. Things are starting to kind of it's almost like okay, I feel like I'm a lot more kind of mature now, more grounded. I've got more clarity. I feel like I've got a handle on things, and I'm able to move forth and just enjoy myself with all that I have now. Okay, so you've done the work. Okay, so it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. Like I said at the start, there I've seen a theme between, with all the zodiac signs, whereby there's a shifting of old out completely, and making way for new kind of abundant and positive kind of energies. And it's very much the same here in this spread for you guys. So Cancer, I really hope that it resonates for you. So that was your main meaning, guys. I am just going to pull a couple of oracle cards for you. So I think I'm going to do the Moonology, because obviously we're having eclipses this month, and then I'm going to do the Dorian Virtue Romance Angels cards as well, because there's a lot to do with emotions, feelings, and possibly love here for you. So I'm going to do that as well. So without further ado, let's have a little look. So what does Cancer need to know for July? Cancer needs to know for July. Okay, so you had two pop out together. They were like stuck together, so I'm going to take that because there's obviously a message there. Now, let's have a little look. So, what does Cancer need to know for July, please? What does Cancer need to know for July? What does Cancer need to know for July? What does Cancer need to know for July? Okay, you want to come out. Let me see. Okay, let's have a little look. So, Moonology. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we've got a full moon coming up at the end of, it's funny because you got a full moon and you got a new moon, which is very poignant, because we have a full moon coming up with the eclipse on either the 16th or 17th, and then we have a new moon then in Leo on the 23rd, I believe. So yeah, it's very poignant actually. So, and this is within your, coming to the end of your season, but within, the Cancer kind of month, if you know what I mean. So you get surrender to the divine. And that's very important on full moons, to surrender things and kind of let things shift out. Surrender to the divine, because with a new moon, a new start is coming. Okay, absolutely. That is so in keeping with the energies of this month, with the eclipses, the Mercury retrograde, and Cancer season. It's literally about those two things. Surrendering to divine and a new start coming. Shifting out the old, making way for the new. That's what those eclipses are about. It's all shaking things up and letting things settle back the way that they're supposed to be. That's definitely so poignant. It's mad that came out, actually. And in your season as well. I love it. I love when things like that come together. It's great. Okay, so the Romance Angels cards that you got were, yeah, absolutely. So you get forgiving and learning. Okay, and it says, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your current moments. And that's very, very true. That's what I was saying. You know, you're, like I said, you're purging this kind of energy. Okay, this kind of dwelling or you know, crying over these kind of these spilled cups, that is shifting out because it was in reverse. Okay, and you're walking away from those things that don't emotionally fulfill you anymore. Okay. You're going from that kind of Page of Cups kind of energy to this King of Cups, where you're a lot more in control of your emotions, and you're releasing a lot of that kind of pain and kind of emotional unfulfillment, if you know what I mean. Okay, so where things didn't serve you before. So yeah, so you're forgiving, and you're learning a lot from that, and you're forgiving yourself for a lot of it, and forgiving others for that too. So it's a very good energy of shifting the old and moving into the new, allowing for the new. So it's, yeah, forgiving and learning. Lovely kind of energy to kind of coming in with that. And also, you know, like I said earlier, you're learning from the past and allowing yourself not to get you know, caught up in the energies of overthinking. So you're allowing yourself to kind of learn from that and kind of get away from that and heal those past kind of issues by allowing yourself to move into the newer issues with, you know, having that conviction in your knowing that things are going to kind of work out emotionally for you with those kind of cups energy, and shifting away from this kind of over analyzing of thoughts and that on those certain situations. Okay, so yeah, forgiving and learning, absolutely. And the next card you had out then was keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Yeah, so, you know, keep an open mind. Like I said, this Page of Cups, this is what you were used to in the past, perhaps, you know, that those kind of old immature kind of offers coming in from people, you know, or immature kind of relationships that never really went anywhere, and then, you know, you're moving into, you know, keeping an open mind. You're kind of allowing for new kind of energies to kind of come in, where people are a lot more mature in the way that they handle relationships and their emotions and their feelings. They're a lot more in control of how they you know, go into a relationship, or how they handle relationships. Okay, so it's very much a maturing. So you're like I said, keep an open mind, because it says here your soulmate may differ from your, you know, from your usual type and expectations. So this used to be your usual type. You were so used to this, but now that's shifting out because you're moving through, you know, to a new path on, you know, to do with the way you do things in terms of your love situations or your relationships or the bonds that you have, or even just your, you know, your own passionate kind of projects. You know, this could be to do with a passionate project as well. So you're moving from that page energy, that kind of slightly immature energy, to a lot more in control kind of energy, mature kind of energy, and that's lovely for you. So yeah, keep an open mind with that. So that is your reading, Cancer. I hope that you have a wonderful month. Again, I'm sorry for it being a little bit delayed, but there it is for you. I hope it resonates. I hope you had a lovely birthday season. Enjoy the rest of it. I hope the eclipses don't shake you too hard, but I hope that they serve you very well in terms of bringing the positivity and the kind of new pathways for you in the future as well. So thank you very much for coming and listening. I hope it resonated. Like I said, if it does, please leave me a comment below and let me know how it does, because it's always interesting to hear your stories. As always, guys, the information that you need is all down in the description box below. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And I will just say as well, there is in the description box below a link to a website that I have designed a lot of merchandise for Mother Moon as well recently. So if you want to go check that out and see what it's like, or have a little nosy, click on the link below and it'll take you straight to the website. So hope you enjoy the merch. Hope you enjoy your July, and I'll be back to you again in August. So until then, lots of love. Bye bye.